Minister Giriraj Singh launched the implementation guidelines for the Rs 15,000 crore Animal Husbandry Infrastructure Development Fund. This fund seeks to boost processing capacities in dairy and meat segments. It aims to incentivize investment by individual entrepreneurs, private companies, MSMEs, farmer producer organizations and Section 8 companies to establish dairy and meat processing and value addition infrastructure as well as animal feed plants. As per the guidelines, the project under this fund would be eligible for loan up to 90% of estimated cost from scheduled banks. The center will provide 3% interest subsidy on these loans. This fund will mainly support MSMEs and private companies. The center will provide 3% interest subvention to eligible beneficiaries. There will be 2-year moratorium for principal loan amount and 6-year repayment period thereafter. The central government would also set up credit guarantee fund of Rs 750 crore. NABARD will be managing this fund. The guarantee coverage would be up to 25% of credit facility of borrower. There is no grant or subsidy provided under this scheme. Large number of dairy products are available in the market having labels like A2, organic, natural milk and milk products. The consumer does not have any clarity over the same. Marketers are publicizing the benefits of A2 over A1 on social media as well as on products label without any scientific evidence. Such acts by the marketers are actually a case of mislabeling and food frauds. Standard of milk as specified in Food Safety and Standards Regulation 2011 do not mention or recognize any differentiation of milk on the basis of A1 and A2 genes. The scientific panel of FSSAI on dairy products did not come to any conclusion on this issue due to lack of clinical data and risk assessment done at scale so far. Organic foods are classified under Section 22 of the Food Safety Standards Act 2006. Food Safety and Standards Organic Food Regulation 2017 regulates these foods notified under the provision of the Act. This regulation recognizes 2 systems of certification for organic foods. The first one is Participatory Guarantee System PGS India. The second one is National Program for Organic Production NPOP, which is implemented by Ministry of Commerce and Industry. All organic food must be certified by one of them or these systems. Small original producer or producer organization with turnover less than 12 lakhs per annum can sell these products directly to consumers without any certification. Goa is an emerging state on national dairy canvas. It has around 9,000 dairy farmers. There are multiple stakeholders helping in carving out dairy development strategy for the state. These stakeholders include Goa Dairy, Sumul, Animal Husbandry Department, State Bank of India and Goa State Cooperative Bank amongst others. Pramod Sawant, the Chief Minister of Goa, chaired a meeting with all these stakeholders. He told that there are 9,000 farmers household in the state with 3 to 4 farmers each. As per Mr. Sawant, one farmer will be selected under this scheme from each household. The scheme would provide Rs 1.5 lakhs collateral-free loan to each of the farmer. The farmer will be able to buy livestock, fodder, etc. by spending this amount for expanding his dairy business. This loan will be available under Kisan Credit Card Scheme under Atmanirbhar Bharat of Modi government. The farmer could get a 100% interest waiver if he pays it back in time. Assam government will provide 53 BMC to dairy cooperatives and milk producers in the state. These cooling tanks will be provided under public-private partnership mode. The CM Sarbananda Sonowal directed the Animal Husbandry and Veterinary Department to prepare a future roadmap of the dairy sector. It must inspire the youth to engage in the field through generation of self-employment opportunities. The dairy farmers will receive collateral-free loans through Kisan Credit Card. He asked his officers to ensure that the milk producer don't face any difficulty in taking advantage of the scheme. Assam produces only 30% of the milk demanded in the state. As per the CM, there is a huge employment opportunities in dairy sector in the state. He commended the successful homegrown milk brands like Sita Jakla and Kanneka. There is a huge scope for setting up milk collection and processing plant in the state. The government must help the private entrepreneurs to invest in dairy sector for making value-added products. Amul is one of the India's largest FMCG giant with a total turnover of more than Rs 50,000 crores. In first trimester of financial year 21, the company has launched 33 new products or one new product every 4th day. Amul also saw a 30% growth in its cheese category despite closure of Horeca. This is recent shift in consumer behavior in India towards cheese and cheese products. During the lockdown period, the chocolates category too saw exponential growth during March to June. Normally, December and January are the months for such sales. Amul's new product development team was churning out 10 to 12 new products every quarter. Amul decided to triple the number from first quarter onwards. Few of the launches by Amul included Haldi, Ginger and Tulsi Doodh under immunity booster category. Panchamrit, a recent launch, is becoming popular amongst consumers as a rituals necessity. Other launches are in FMCG category like atta, vegetable oil, bakery, ice cream, etc. Mr. Sodhi, MD, GCMMF is positive about 15 to 17% growth in this year. Amul is setting up a large potato processing plant in Banaskantha, North Gujarat. The dairy major plans to roll out products like French fries, aloo tikki and even cheese and paneer parathas. At present, ITC and McCain have an established presence in the frozen food space. All farmers and professionals working in dairy sector must be declared as a corona warrior. The whole nation is facing the wrath of this pandemic. The situation in Bihar is becoming grim and that toll is moving upwards. Mr. Avdesh Kumar Karan, Managing Director, Magad Dairy, became the first casualty of a high-ranked dairy professional. He was sincerely delivering his duty and leading the team till recently. On July 13, Mr. Avdesh was admitted to the ANMCH COVID hospital. He could not survive longer and passed away on 15 July. There has been complaints that the hospital staff is not doing their job sincerely. The whole staff of Magad Dairy is in shock. Shri Avdesh began his journey as a marketing officer and reached to a level of managing director. He got retired and was on 2 years extension at this position. Shri Kamlesh Kumar Singh and Shri Jitendra Kumar, ex-chairman and current chairman of the dairy, joined others in offering their condolences to the departed soul. Everyone is talking about Atmanirbhar Bharat, which has become a national cliche now. This phrase could be used with anything which one decides to be right under current circumstances. It looks nothing is going wrong as far as policies and state of affairs related to dairy industry are concerned. The key challenges which the industry is facing are as follows. First, the farmer prices are down by 20% since January 2020 with no change in the selling price. The cooperatives are subsidizing farmers to make losses. The cooperatives are offering attractive prices like Avin or attractive subsidies like Telangana, Haryana or KMF to the farmers. In return, they are getting excess milk and converting into milk powder and butter and stocking it. They are very sure of making losses on those reserves, but still they are doing it. Third, funds are available to those who already have. Under MSME scheme, majority of beneficiaries are in good books of the bank with a hefty limit with bank on February 29, 2020. Most of dairy startups for their greenfield projects are left high and dry by most of the banks. All the banks are still playing cautious and avoiding to be wrong. Fourth, branded packed meat has lower GST than butter and ghee in a cow worshipping country like India. Government is also hesitating reducing GST on desi ghee and butter. I do not understand that how in a cow worshipping country desi ghee is charged at 12% GST and branded meat in tin category is charged 5% only. Fifth, the government must do something wrong to clear off huge stocks of SMP butter and ghee through export incentives or demand stimulation in PDS, midday meal schemes for needy and BPL population. This must be done for both cooperative and private sectors. Thanks for watching Dairy News 7x7 channel with news update from last 7 days. To continue receiving update from this channel, I Kuldeep Sharma request you to subscribe this channel and share and like the video, and also don't forget to press the bell icon. Thank you.